Jai Sai Ram, the fruit of Fortride. Arjuna was lost in meditation on Shiva during his ascetic life in the Himalayan valley. Suddenly, a huge wild boar ran across the place where he was, and evidently standing at the bay, was grunting hoarsely and snorting in terrible anger. Though, during the penance, he should not hurt any living being, he hastily took up his bow and shot an arrow at the monster. Just at that moment, a bill of the forest, also armed with a bow and an arrow, appeared on the scene and claimed the boar as his kill. "Who are you, intruder, daring to shoot my prey?" he shouted, and he was in an angry mood. Arjuna felt deeply insulted by the forest-dwelling tribesmen. The forest and his wild life are the property of all, he claimed. "Why did you kill the boar I was stalking?" asked the bill. From the words, they soon came to arrows. Arjuna noticed that his arrows fell off the bill, like blades of grass. He stood helpless and full of rage. He dealt a fierce blow with his bow on the head of the bill, but the bow had broke. He engaged the bill with his fists. They struggled long, dealing hammer blows on each other. But it was Arjuna who flopped on the ground. The bill was not exhausted in the least, though Arjuna was gasping for breath and bleeding. Then Arjuna realized that the bill was no ordinary mortal. He molded a linga of the Shiva he was adoring and offered some flowers on it. And he saw those flowers on the head of the bill and of his wife, who had joined him in the meanwhile. He was overcome with delight, for he now knew that they were Shiva and his consort Parvati, who had come to test his fortitude and bless him. He ran towards them, exclaiming, "O Shankara, Mother Gauri," and fell at their feet. He prayed that they should pardon him for his rashness and ignorance. Gauri and Shankara, who were the embodiments of grace, lifted him by the shoulders lovingly and stroked his head affectionately. "Son," they said, "you have attained the fruition of your life. You did your duty as you were bound to. That is not wrong at all. Now take this. Here's a sign of our grace." And he got from the hand of Shiva himself the divine Pasupata Astra.